Hey guys, what's going on? Drax here, back again with another episode of Planet Coaster. Hope you guys are having a good day today. My day is going pretty darn well, and we're going to work on another custom coaster here today. And I want to apologize right off the bat. I forgot to pause it during daytime, and it took me about 7 days worth of in-game time to actually get this to go the way that I wanted it to. But yeah, we're gonna end up going through this quite a bit. But yeah, I decided to build another custom coaster today, and this time I decided to do a little bit of a speedy up bit. And the kind of coaster I did is like pretty regular. It's just kind of one where you have the cart that you sit on top of it and everything, and so it's kind of goes up. And I even like change this around because I realized it doesn't have enough power to do what I wanted to. And I even tried to use some of these speed booster tracks, but they didn't quite work. I don't even think that they're speed booster tracks. I think it's a push track. So if you have a bit before you get to like the climb, you can put these push tracks on. I'm not sure. I haven't really like thoroughly tested it or anything. But yeah, I'm not happy with that curve yet, but I kind of left it be, and then it kind of just circles back down and around, and I kind of put a nice little curve on it and then curve it back, and then it comes flat into the station. Then I start to like try and fix everything, and then I send you guys on a little bit of a ride with it. So it goes up, it comes down, it's super fast, holy cow. All right, right? But yeah, this is where I'm like trying to get the tracks to work right, because I really need to set in some brakes, because this thing goes from about 60 to 0 in like 2 seconds. And so I really need to put some brakes on this thing, that way it can slow down properly, and that's what I did there. And so yeah, and then I start to decide where I want the building to go. And the building that I go for this time, it's another castle theme. I kind of just decided that I'm going to go for castles in this one. I know it's pretty easy to do and pretty simple, but yeah, that's what I kind of decided. And then I'm like doing this path, and then I realize what I want to do with this path. And we'll kind of get into this once I get into the part about what I'm doing, like the live part of the video, which will be about 7 minutes in. And what I do is I actually make an underground path for this little railway, or the walkway there. And what's really cool about Planet Coaster, and what's kind of a bummer about Planet Coaster, is that on roller coasters, it will auto tunnel wherever you build it. But on pathways and like queues and stuff like that, it doesn't auto tunnel. That would be really cool to see if it would auto tunnel for you. That's something that I would 100% want and enjoy. But yeah, you can see I'm building out the castle here, and I kind of decided, that a little just regular square castle is not good enough. So I kind of like start messing with like a way that I can do an exit. And then I even realized that, yeah, I'm building these kind of like lower than the rest of the building. So that's your path to exit. I actually eventually will go back through, and I put a shop in over there, and I thought that was really cool. But then I go in and change all this because I had placed it all wrong, and then I'm like trying to figure out what kind of battlements I want to add onto it. Yep. And then I kind of, I'm saying "and then" again a lot. But yeah, I start to like add those around, and then I even go for another like major section over here to kind of encumber or enclose the track. And I even do something cool in there a little bit later. But yeah, I kind of cycle that in, and then I really should have done that just a little bit differently. But then I'm trying to put the floors in, and in there, I think you'll see it here in a minute. I start to go through the floors. Now, what's kind of a bummer is that you can't actually have them just walk on regular floors. I thought it'd be pretty cool, but I have to put a path in, and so I'm trying to like figure out how to put this shop in, and it's just a hat shop actually. So there's going to be a lot of walking up and down there. And then you can see where I'm like trying to get that to look the way that I want it to, and then I'm trying to get this to line up properly, and then I just decide to connect it up a different way, and then I'll take these out and put these archways in so people can go through and get stuff that way. And then this is a little like scenery area where these guys are going to be parked, and so I decided to put a dragon in here, and I put a little sleeping dragon in, and I even put in some like rails that, they're fake, it's animatronic, so that's to keep people away from the dragon. And then I have the guards in there. The guards, protect you from the dragon. And then I'm like messing with a lot of different stuff, like just trying to see what would look good in here. And I don't even know if I found anything that does look really good, but I think it looks okay. Like it would be kind of cool to see that. And then I'm probably going to go back a lot later, and I raise it up a little bit, try and make it a too high little building here. I want to go through and add a lot more scenery to this, and I do a little bit in the live video in about a minute or so, a minute and a half. And we'll go back through and do that stuff, but I kind of want to do some more. Like, I didn't do enough, in my opinion. There's not enough scenery on this track. So I'm placing some more stuff here. Just trying to figure out what looks good. Doing some awnings for the entrances. I thought those looked kind of neat. And then I'm kind of going to line the entire top of this place in these little awnings. And then some battlements and stuff like that, kind of just to protect the area. And I kind of decided that there was a little bit more that this needed. So what I did is I built this like upper section, and I ended up deleting all of this, well, a good chunk of it. Right. Well, at some point, because I discovered a new wall, and I really like this wall. I'm probably going to use this wall a lot more because I thought it was really neat, because it kind of connects all the way around there. You can see it, kind of goes through, and it connects in the corners, and I just love that, the fact that that worked. And then we finished that off on the top. And yeah, I think it looks like a nice little castle. Like, it's nothing crazy. It's nothing really majorly exciting or anything. But yeah, I thought it was pretty neat myself. So we're going to jump into the live video, guys. Hope you enjoyed this speedy up bit. All right, guys. Well, what do we got going on here now? We have a castle build, another one. Tried to be a little bit more detailed with it than I did with this one over here. Tried to do a little bit something, along the outsides. And then you guys might have caught it, but on the inside here, we have the dragon laying there sleeping. So that is actually pretty cool. I had a lot of fun placing this. Now I got to try and get this path to go the way that I want it to. Now this is going to be tough because I want this path to go underground. So what I'm going to do here is I am going to keep the 45-degree angle, but from there I'm going to stop, and I am going to start to push the terrain where I want it to go. So we're going to... no, the size is good. The intensity is good. Surface lock. So, like, I can, like, push this through. There we go. You know what? I might need to move the size up just... Oh, maybe not that big. Maybe, like, right like that. There we go. There we go. And I want this path to, like, go underneath this. Kind of like that. And then right about here, this is where I will want it to kind of... Oh, no. Flattened surface. No, that's not what I want. Flatten to foundation. There we go. Smooth. There we go. So I want this to smooth. And there's nothing there that will kind of help me with that. So I'm going to push that a little bit and then smooth it a little bit more. Hopefully that will achieve what I want in that. I don't know. I have no idea if that's going to be enough to accomplish what I want, but we are going to find out together. And so what I'm going to do here now is I'm going to go back to Q, and I'm going to have it come straight out, angle snap. Yeah, why won't it go this way? It definitely does not want to go that way, and I'm not entirely sure why. So let's see. Is there something weird about this terrain? Let's see. Flatten to foundation. Kind of do that number there, and let's see if that helps with the Q. Okay, do I need to go up to go down? That is a question. So why don't we try that? Go up. Yep. That's exactly what I needed. Let's back up one, and then I'm going to drop it down even more. And then Can I not go further here? There we go. I guess it just does not... I don't know what is going on. Oh, is it still stuck kind of against the terrain there? All right, let's try this. Let's kind of push this back a little bit. I might not have been straight when I had done this on my stuff here. Path. Okay, Q. There we go. Let's back it up one, and then... Actually, can I take that one back too? Yeah. All right, there it is. That's what I wanted. And then this will kind of just... It's going to be a little uneven. It's not the end of the world, though. Terrain, will push that out a little bit more. Actually, let's undo a lot of this. There, to right about there. And then I still need to push this back, so that's not that big of a deal. We'll kind of... I have an idea on how I want this to work. So, I mean, we'll get it to work. So this will come straight out this way. And no, I still want this to be flat. Oh, you know what? I wonder... Let's stop it right there, and then let's see the terrain. So we'll smooth that out. And I'm just trying to maybe push this down a little bit. Maybe not quite that intense. Like, it's a little crazy when I try that. There we go. Just try that there. And then, you know what? Can I smooth that just a little bit more? There we go. I want to bump that intensity so that way we can. All right. And that is still doing what I want it to do. So from there, let's see. Keep going with that Q. Boom, boom, boom. Oops. All right, right to there, and then we can come to this ride, and we can place our ticket queue right wherever we want it. Why won't you connect? All right, it doesn't want to connect, which is weird. Let's see. Path. I wonder if it's not... No, there's no way that that's not far enough. I wonder if it has something to do with the fact that it's not... Oh, nope, there it goes. That's what we want. All right, good stuff. All right, so what is incomplete? Okay, it's closed. We're going to start our testing on this ride. And then from there, I'm going to try and maybe fill in some of this terrain here. Flatten to surface. Let's try that. And then we can actually do one of these numbers and fill all of that in as close as we can. Oh, why is that doing that? That's a little wonky. So if I pull it from back here, yeah, it'll pull it up a lot more. Okay. That's what I want. I want this height. I don't want whatever height that was trying to do. So we'll just kind of fill all this in where it kind of just messed up. And through there, looks good. Just, you know, trying to see what happens. And then let's go down in here. I think it looks pretty good. Now, I wouldn't mind doing some more terrain. So like, cancel that. Maybe decreasing the size and then smoothing this out. So it's not quite as... Can I flatten this? Yeah, kind of like that. That's what we want. Whoa, okay. And then we can kind of bring this back here. and just kind of keep it along there. I think that works pretty good. So yeah, I think that's a pretty cool ride. I gotta admit that is pretty awesome. I love the fact that it actually goes down like that. It's probably one of my favorite things to do in this, and I'm gonna try and do that with a few more rides. One thing that is really cool is the rides actually will have a function to what am I trying to say? The rides will actually have a function to auto tunnel underground, so that'll actually be really cool. And then this one, it's gonna go up. I don't think its testing has been complete, so it probably... Oh, excitement. Wow, this is a really boring ride. Well, I guess we gotta have... Oh, wait, no. Its testing is not done. So there it goes. All the way down to there. I'm sure this thing gets some speed. Like, I'm gonna guess that this thing is gonna be kind of crazy when it comes to this. And it's got a nice little loop. I love that, like, intertangles the loop. That's really cool. And then comes back down into the ride and slows down. All right, so our test results are 7.2, 7.7, and 6.3. We get up to 69 miles per hour. That's pretty cool. So we're going to go ahead and open up the ride. That is pretty good. I like that. And then I love the exit to this ride. I think that's really cool too. And then I think I want to kind of do another path here. But I think I want to have this one as kind of a nature path. I like the idea of the nature path. This one is going to come off the back here, kind of like right there. And I'm even going to have this like cut back, kind of like so. There. Kind of have it come back over to there. Just like that. And connect up with this path. That way it's another little area that people can cut through if they would like to. But, you know, besides that, there's a lot of other stuff. Now, holy trash, Batman. Holy cow. This is a lot of trash in our park. Now, blueprint, custom, let's see. We've got trash bins. Are they part of scenery or are they part of facility? No. They've got to be here. Let's select park. Yeah, there we go. There it is. All right. So I'm going to put some of these around. And just kind of do this number. Like so. Because I really do not like having a dirty park. Nobody does, right? And then I'm going to put a couple more right here. One right there. I'm putting them all over the place. Like, all over the place. Because look at the amount of trash. This is unbelievable. All right. And then I think we need some more janitors. I think we need a lot more janitors. Okay, I'm going to hire one more here. Okay. And then I like the idea of a T-Rex too. I think that's pretty cool. Look at him. Look at him go. Oh, he's so happy. He's so happy. All right. So, let's see. Some people are definitely making their way over to this new ride. Not taking the long paths. They are definitely taking the walking nature path, which is really cool. And I might do some more with that. I might like build up both sides of it, and that way it's like a nice little quaint and serene thing. Hold on. Why did you walk away? What an amazing day. And there's not much scenery here. Yeah, well, you kind of walked way to the middle of nowhere. It looks too intense for me. I really want to go on. Okay, cool. All right, so there's some people that find this ride really intense. But I'm okay with that. I really am. It's really dark, so I can't quite see if there's anybody coming in. But these people are coming all the way over here just to go to this hat store. Like, For real. And then the dragon in here with those guys. Man, there's one guy going on this ride. That's kind of crazy in my mind. Like, is it really that too intense for you guys? Let's see what more people are saying about it. It's kind of evening out. Some people, I mean, it's too intense for a lot of people, and then it's not too intense for others. So I think that's good. I think it'll be one of those crazy rides that a lot of people want to try out, and then, you know, some people won't. But scenery quality, yeah, we'll kind of get to that. I wouldn't mind doing something. Let's see. We'll kind of, I think, like if I filter by group, scenery, and then fairy tale, we can get a few of these knights. And I would not mind like duplicating this guy and then bringing him over to here. There we go. And that way, like, it looks like these guys are protecting the ride. And we've already bumped that up to 7%. And then from there, we're going to keep going with this theme. We're going to go fairy tale. And from there, I think I might even put in the other dragon. He's not very intense, but he's cool. So let's like put this right here as these guys are coming onto the ride. And then like way out here, I'm going to do a couple of these little dragon poos just kind of around. All right, that guy's sleeping. And then this one over here, I think I'm going to flip this way and have it face this way. So that way when you're on the ride, it kind of looks like the dragon is gonna get you. And then put up a nice little animatronic guard in a couple of spots. And then I definitely need to go through and do some lighting and everything, but I think that is where I'm going to go ahead and call it. As soon as it turns day here again, I'm gonna go ahead and jump on the ride. And we will finish it off with a good ride on the coaster. All right, guys, let's do it. Ride camera, first person. I'll see you guys next time. Hope you enjoyed.